Good morning, everyone. It is God knows what time in the morning. 7:30, 8 o'clock-ish. I don't know. I filmed this once before, but there were mistakes in it. It kind of broke down a bit. I didn't want you guys to see me like that, so I kind of left that out. I needed to say I have decided to move to North Carolina with my grandparents on my mother's side. I haven't seen them because they've already moved down there. I think it's almost been a year prior to this moment. And this decision has stressed me out so much. It's going to be so good for me because the colleges are just around the corner, and arts college, and what's it called? Just a regular college for collegey things. They're both so close. I could drive there, which brings me to that. My grandmother has told me about the many times she's passed a used car, a cheap used car. And I'm like, oh my goodness. My grandfather said he'd pay for some of the insurance if I went to college. So once I can apply and get my transcripts sent down, having a car won't be an issue. There's a Walmart under construction near their house, at an intersection near their house. So it'll be fairly easy to go to work because they're going to need many employees. Trust me, Walmart's not. A Walmart isn't built in a day, people. Remember that. Or was it Rome wasn't built in a day? Both are true. I have quite a bit of history on Rome. What, nature? What do you want? Is that a squirrel? That's a really big spider web. Anyway. I told the guys the other night, the rest of the Missguided Adventures crew, about my decision to move. Katie and Derek cried. And I'm not going to throw them under the bus for that. Well, I just did, but I cried too. That's the reason why it's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm awake right now. I have not slept since maybe 8 o'clock, 9, or well, no, it was like 12 in the afternoon yesterday. I went to sleep, woke up at 6. But moving away is a very hard thing to do because all of your friends, all of your family, with the exception of my grandparents, but like I'm literally leaving. I'm gonna sit down, guys. I'm going to leave so many people, so many things, so many experiences I could have if I would just stayed here. But the experiences there are so much better. It's not guaranteed, but if I actually worked for it, I'd have a job, which means money income. I'd have a car, which means I can drive anywhere the hell I want. And there's college around the corner. That cuts room and board off the decision of college because the house is so close. And if freshmen or seniors or whatever have to stay on campus 1 year, because that's a rule in some colleges, fine. 1 year I pay room and board. 1 year. That's so much off of, well, not so much because tuition's a lot more than room and board, but room and board at the one college I was looking at, not in North Carolina, but it was like $12,000. Or was it $6,000? It was something close to that. For the year. And to just cut off that much for each year, even if it is just cutting off for 3 years, that's that much more money I have in my pocket. Or don't have to pay back, really, because that's how college works. Well, at least in my mind. But Is that another groundhog? I'm too distracted. There's such a difficulty. Wait, let me see if that was Max or if it was Grandma. No, yeah, but he's on the chain. It just makes me sad because not like... And it's not that I'm leaving behind the friends that I always hang out with, because I always have their memories and stuff, but their memories. Whoa, Jacob, don't go all evil scientist on us. Max, I hate New Yorks. But like, I have friends here in New Jersey. They don't talk to you that often because I spend so much time with my actual. And then when I'm not spending time with the crew of Missguided Adventures, I'm sitting in a basement. And or eating. Let's just go with doing both simultaneously. Katie did my tarot reading the other night. And it told me, and before you guys go ahead and say, don't mess with that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. I've heard it all before. But you know what? If it was not for our peak of curiosity into the supernatural, the 5 or 6 of us, possibly even 7. God, I don't know. I haven't counted the members of Missguided Adventures. The 5 or 6 would not be as close as we are today if it was not for a peak of interest in the supernatural. So I'm thankful that it exists and that it is there. So she did the reading the other day, and she told me, or not she, more like the spread she used told me that opportunities would come left and right. A new job, a different job, a new career, and then there's some change in career, change in job. And I can see this all happening because that sounds like typical life stuff. And the card that represents me, and I am so in tune with my Aquarius sign, it's not even funny, was the Queen of Swords. And I will never forget this. The Queen of Swords is the symbol, or has the zodiac of Aquarius. And usually has brown hair and brown eyes. And that is me. Brown hair, as you can see. Brown eyes. Oh, my glasses are a bit foggy because I just spoke into them. And mosquitoes. And I just getting down there and surviving the first 2 to 6 months isn't an issue. Because the spread, or the reading said it would be easy. That part would be simple. But then some within the first 6 months or first 2 years, I don't know, I forget. I'll have to look it up and I'll tell you guys later. But in that time period, from 3 to 6 months, maybe in the first 6 months it was, it said I was supposed to meet someone, a boy, around my age. Or, well, at this age, it's definitely going to be a man. Sex-wise. That has blonde hair and blue eyes. And he is to represent an idea. Well, he is either an idea, or a new, or like an introduction to a new job, or even be a potential partner. And after reading that, I kind of got my hopes up a little during the spread reading, and she read on, and it said something about having my relationships will be a little flopsy, but all of my relationships have been flopsy. I've had a hard life. I'm not gonna sit here and complain about my life because I could, and that would take the video to 10 hours or so. I can filibuster like no one's business. Anyway, and to think that later on after that, I'm supposed to have a proposal for a job or a career, a change in career, or a marriage proposal. What does that sound like to you? So it sounds like that I'll be dwelling in the past, like my thing said it would, with my relationship life. And, this blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy is going to just waltz into my life, and no, that bitch better make, like, a dramatic entrance. Do you understand? I have been single for so long. So he's gonna come crashing in with some shiny steel-plated armor and fucking long sword of Skyrim or whatever. He's and he's gonna take me back to that's more of a fantasy than it is he better thing. Anyway, another sneeze. It honestly, it sounds like such a good thing to do to me. To have the job opportunities, especially from what my spread said. Because, believe it or not, I would rather believe in magic than I would believe in science. Which is a total lie because I took 2 years of chemistry. And then took physics when I didn't have to. Science is fun. Magic is more... Well, I want to believe more in magic, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. So I would believe, the universe telling me that this is the situation. And, hold on, I'm using my phone. This is not at all, actually. God damn, that is a big spider. Like, if that was your reading, if that's what you got, and, so what if it was the shuffle of the cards? The coincidence, like, after I got the Queen of Swords, I got the Strength card, which means that once something is set in my mind, that's not changing. I'm sorry to tell you, and if you're that blonde guy with brown eyes, with blue eyes, when you're watching this now, if I want to cook Asian food for dinner one night, we're having Asian food. A strong-willed person, such as myself, which I believe myself to be, because once I want something, I go for it, no matter what I have to do to get it. Which sounded like being desperate, but... Moving on. Like, the coincidences in the beginning of the spread, and it told me that I had a troubled past, and my biggest fear out of this whole situation was that it would bring me to nothing, and that is my biggest fear, because I had a chance. I still have the option to not go, because it's not time to leave yet. I'm leaving in the beginning of September, and I'll apply to college for the winter or fall. Will I apply for winter or spring? I think it's spring. But, like, there's so many opportunities for me down there. And here in New Jersey, it's really difficult to get a job because of everything. In North Carolina, they're practically handing away jobs. It's like the Oprah show of jobs. You get a job, you get a job, we all get jobs. And I'm sure I told you guys about the cars already. But if I were to turn back now and say I still want to sit in the basement, and that's all I want to do with my life, after telling my friends and making them cry and making myself go through this emotional turmoil, that would not be worth it. And that is my biggest fear, is to have something not be worth it. So, in my head, and like the spread said, strong-willed, once it's in my mind, it's not changing, I've got to go with it. I had a rough childhood. And again, I'm not going to go and spiel about my life, because that'd be a 10-hour video, and oh my god, who wants to see that? I don't even like watching 3-hour videos. I mistakenly watched a 1-hour video and fell asleep. Well, this is something I wanted to see really bad, an interesting topic I wanted to discuss. Me and the rest of the gang of Missguided Adventures are in the middle of planning something for New Year's. So, like they can still come see me, and I'll be able to come up, before I get a job, to them. So, it's not like anything will change, with the exception that I won't be in state. That's the only thing. So, spontaneous Walmart visits won't happen anymore. But after I get a job, I have my schedule to work around, not just my grandfather. But, then again, I'll have a car. But then I have to make a decision to come up. And I suck at directions, which means I have to take my grandmother with me every time I come up, and that's an inconvenience to her. Because the only reason she comes back is because she doesn't want to change her hospital, because she's old, and I can understand why. If I was her age, and I only trust a few people, and that's who were in the channel. The rest of my friends are people that I had to put up with, and then we ended up bonding. Sorry if that offends you and you're watching this, but it just sucks, because when I say I love you, and not even in the romantic sense, just in the case of a friendship, if I say that I love you, I mean it. I mean it so much. And the fact that I've said that to so many people over my 4 years of high school. That's a lot of people to hang out with within the course of a month. And I still have some ceramic stuff to get from the school that my teacher, Miss Clayton, she was my ceramics teacher, fired for me. I have a really big teapot, because that was our final project, and I didn't know what to do for the teapot, so I was like, you know what, it's going to be the size of my head, and it's going to have all of the tea. It's a Zhao, it's one of those old Chinese pots, or Japan, I don't know, Asian pots that starts with an X, that you have the things on the side, and it's got a thing in the middle, and it has so many things that represent me, like the Homestuck fandom. I put the symbols of the cutest guys, male protagonists, on the side, and then I did the big green house with the one corner one being, well, not bigger, but. And that was on one side. On the back, it has because I'm gay, it has the male symbol on it, and I think I painted that blue, and then around it I did green or black or something. I don't know. It cracked really bad, so I had to, not cracked like deep, but it had so many like surface cracks. I had to cover them up. And then on the other, here was the handle, here was the spell, and then on the top, the Illuminati is such a big joke between me and my friends. Not to like, not to not take them seriously when they come to power, but like, oh my God, triangle of chairs, it must be Illuminati chair Illuminati confirmed. You know, that's the shit I'm gonna miss. I just lost my train of thought. I do this all the time. Oh, something I also said in my previous video. I have Derica went and looked at the demographics for the video. Oh my God. I literally had nothing but family to subscribe to me, or us, on YouTube. So most of our 24 subscribers are pretty much our parents and our grandparents. But you know what? I don't care. Because that's not the reason that somebody should do YouTube. I'm doing YouTube because when I'm older, not just when I'm on death row, it's when I'm older, I can look back and see where I was in time on YouTube. And I can see where my friends were in time on YouTube. And then see how much we've grown and how much we've changed. And it is so great that our demographics, Sweden. I never ever thought that when we started the channel, which is a completely different story, that we'd have demographics from Sweden. The United States is, I think, our biggest demographic. Germany, that surprised me too. Like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to get a P.O. box because I want to do one of those foreign candy challenge videos or whatever it is. I have so bad wanted to try foreign candy. Like, it is my dream to try foreign candy, and I will totally do that. If you guys send me candy. But I don't have a P.O. box. I'm not going to give you my street address. That's weird. P.O. boxes are expensive. So, once I work at Walmart... Do you guys see? It's an exciting thing, but to leave behind. Anyway. God, I lost my train of thought again. You guys are going to yell at me in the comments, too. Not that anybody ever comments on our videos. They just watch them. Oh, the demographics, yeah. There's Sweden, there's Germany, there's Canada. Like, oh my goodness. Canada. And even though it might be Katie's grandparents in Canada, that's still Canada. Like, those two people are representative of Canada as our demographics. Those are the only four that I can remember right now, but I'm pretty sure that as of this moment, the UK or Australia could also be part of the demographics. Like, it just amazes me that, and I hope you guys are watching right now because that would make this entire moment nothing. It amazes me that someone from a different country would take interest into our crazy antics. Like, I am literally just vlogging to you my life right now. And to see that somebody who is not related to me and or friends with me in any way, shape, or form from an entirely different world, basically, is watching this video. It is great. Oh my God, I cannot but it just makes me so happy. It makes me really happy. And hold on, I hate that. Just cracked my neck when I did. Oh, that was the best. Oh, first genuine smile in 2 days. previous video, I told you guys about my depression. Well, one I filmed that was supposed to go on this, but this is replacing it. Like, I'm already homesick, and I'm still in New Jersey. I am so homesick right now, it's not funny. And, oh yeah, going back to what the spread said. It said that, my biggest fear would be going through all of this and not having it be worth it, but, the last card I got in that spread, it goes, 1, 2, like if this is the spread, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8, something like that. It's got the 2 columns of 4 here, and then it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last card was death. And that doesn't necessarily actually mean death. The card death actually stands for, a change in circumstance, or the ending of the situation. And for that to be the last card doesn't worry me at all. If it were to be, the first card, where the Queen of Swords was to be, I may have been, well, that might have been true too, but and it was so big. My question was about my love life and my life in general in North Carolina, and it came out to be so. The only downside to the whole thing is that I would seem too distracted or try to juggle too many things, and I'd have to slow down. That's one of them. I may or may not have relationship issues, depending on if I dwell in the past or not. And then there's that whole marriage thing I have to sit back and think about. Marriage proposal or new job or whatever it is. And that new job could even take me to, like, that new career path could even take me to, they live in the north part of North Carolina, but that could even take me to the southern part of North Carolina. Like, there are so many possibilities, and that's what makes it great, is because it gives you, like, your general future, your general question, but it doesn't give you details. So you know that these things are going to happen, and you'll subtly notice them, because I've done spreads like that in the past before. And had it come true. But it's more or less. I would be very surprised if this did not happen. If the spread was like 100% wrong. It was so accurate on everything. But the last video was actually 31 minutes. This one's only 28, 29, in 1 second. 14% battery left. Well, you know what? I guess that's a sign that maybe I should stop talking about the battery life and the length of the video, and then just say goodbye. That's pretty much all I had to talk about with you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us and having us 24, 25 subscribers, 30 likes on our Facebook page, and wow, I lose my thought process fast. 30 likes on, and almost 500 channel views, if not more. That is so amazing. And like I said, it's not about that. I could give 2 shits less. Not who viewed the videos, because it means a lot to me that I couldn't care less how many views we got. on each video or on the channel to get all together, or how many subscribers. Although many subscribers would be preferred. I don't I don't care. This is to see how much that we have grown from graduation, because it's basically when this started, to the point in life when we sit there and reflect on what we did. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much to me. I'm glad that I could have this kind of talk with you. Catch you guys later. Bye.